I kind of feel beautiful. And I think that's important to acknowledge and say because I believe that I'm sitting on this couch for a reason.
Oh, I love that.
There's a purpose in me sitting here. There's a purpose in the funny clipboard and the mirrors and why we chose to take our makeup off. And there's a purpose in the words I'm speaking to you right now because I want to invite you into your own beauty. Welcome to the I Am Mother of the Year podcast, where we equip and encourage moms just like you to move from isolation, fear, comparison, and chaos to community, compassion, peace, and freedom. We're so glad you're here. Hey, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jen, and this is the I Am Mother of the Year podcast.
And I don't remember the last time I felt pretty.
What a horrible phrase.
I know, and let's be honest, that's not true right now.
No, you look beautiful. It's right now.
That's why I pay her all that big bucks. I will never forget the time that phrase popped into my mind. I think it really shook me to my core.
Yeah, you thought it, then you said it, and you're like,
I was like,
whoa.
And then the tears, of course, like, I don't remember the last time I felt pretty. And then, you know what I went to? It's because I'm a mom. Because I had a daughter and I was in mom world and I was, doing all the things and trying to settle in. And it was, I think Josie was probably 6 months old at that time, but I remember panicking, going, well, this will never do. This can't be who I am. Someone who doesn't remember the last time she felt pretty.
I've so been there.
Yes.
I so get it.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, you're running around with them. You're like, oh, I don't put on makeup anymore. I wear athletic gear and a high ponytail.
Right. When's the last time I've showered? I don't know.
But I'm taking care of my kids. I'm running around. I'm doing all the things.
But she's alive. But I feel dead inside. And worse than dead, I feel ugly. And I don't like to feel ugly. And we're not created to feel ugly as women and daughters of the King of the universe. We're created to be the most beautiful creatures on the entire planet.
Yes.
Can I get an amen?
For crying out loud.
So what I did was I got to work on this. I showered, dried my hair, curled it, and I mean mascara, like 47 coats, because mascara is kind of my thing, and then all the makeup and the cute outfit, and then I stood in the mirror and I was like, that didn't do it. Like, it didn't work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
But I did all the things. You're like, wait,
but this is
I'm clean.
But I should feel pretty now because I took a shower. I've taken a shower.
I'm
going to take my shower.
I put that dry shampoo back in that drawer and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a shower.
Get myself in the bath. It didn't work.
Dang it.
It didn't work. And it wasn't until like the next time I felt pretty was probably 3 weeks after that. I was on a girls' trip with my best friends from college. We were laying on the side of a snowy mountain in Breckenridge, Colorado.
This is like picture perfect.
I know. And it was like, I hadn't done myself up that day to like go, walking around the mountainside. Like I had a little mascara on, but like I threw on like 45 layers. But it was like, oh my gosh, I feel beautiful sitting here in the presence of my beautiful friends. I feel beautiful sitting here because I took the space and time that I needed for myself to just breathe. Like, it was so marking to me, the difference between,
look at me, I did it. I did all the steps.
And then going, and I took a selfie, which I don't, like, you can even see in my face. A selfie. I don't take selfies. I took a selfie on the mountain because I was like, I feel really beautiful right now. I've filled my cup and all of that stuff. And so I came to realize, and this is going to be the scary part, it has nothing to do with my physical appearance.
Isn't that crazy?
It has nothing to do with your physical appearance.
Maybe long.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with your physical appearance. There's nothing wrong with makeup, and we're going to talk about all of that later.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do now
Oh, no.
I know. I'm like nauseous. We're going to put our money where our mouth is because I just said to you that it doesn't matter, right? I just said to you that your physical appearance has next to nothing to do with your beauty.
That is earth-shattering.
And to prove that I believe that that's true, she says confidently,
we have makeup removing wipes.
we're going to do this right now.
Oh, no.
We're just going to start it. Okay, this is not the bad part.
We're going to take off makeup in front of your very eyes. And we're going to wipe it away.
Okay.
And we're going to show you.
Not so bad so far.
Okay.
I think there's work to do.
Yeah.
Probably in the sink.
Yeah.
Let's go. We'll be right back.
Okay.
And we're back.
Oh boy. She has backup. Okay. We're just going to.
And
And
we're back. Because we told you it doesn't matter about your outward appearance. And I believe that. Your turn,
Oh,
Jen.
no, that's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay,
You can do
so
it. No, just get
you-
it down there.
you had
no,
to.
No.
So
No.
this is my makeup wipe that I used that there's evidence.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
Here we are. Fresh-faced beauties.
We're fresh-faced beauties.
We're
Can we
so
just say that?
brave and brave.
We're brave.
You take off your makeup, okay? You try it.
Yes. That's how I instantly
Not
feel
good.
defensive. Like,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah?
well, you don't even know I didn't sleep very well. You're on 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Well, and if you knew it,
You look better than this.
Okay. The point that we're going to make at the very end of this is that your beauty is from within. It is cultivated from deep inside. And we're going to get there. But first, I'm so distracted by, like, I'm obsessed with mascara.
Yeah.
Obsessed with mascara.
Yeah.
I do not leave the house without mascara.
No.
Ever. And I've never seen you like
No,
this.
this is the
never.
first
You've seen me
time.
like this because I'm like, I let some people in.
right,
I let some people
sure.
into this window, you know. No.
This is my first time.
I've
You've never seen me
never.
without eyeliner. It's eyeliner for me. I do the on top and the inside right here. Just define, make it look like I have eyes.
You have huge eyes.
But when they're like this, they're little beady eyes.
Why would you ever have your eyes like that? This is why we're our own. Sometimes when I pretend I'm a chipmunk, what? Why would your eyes ever be
daily? Happens every day. And then the eyelashes,
Forget it,
like
just
we both have light eyelashes.
Yes.
That's why we have to.
They're not here. They're not here. But I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm gonna tell you. Because
What you see.
you might be looking at me going, you look great. And trust me, I look at all of these women who just, Alicia Keys, and I just go without my makeup and, I'm going to do the Dare to Bear face campaign, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you. And you look great. I celebrate you, but I ain't doing that. You ain't never going to see that. You know how many Instagram pictures of myself or kids or whatever, I've not posted because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have any makeup on. I just got out of the pool. I'm at the beach and whatever. I'm like, I can't even post this memory because
Never mind the fun we were having.
right,
Mommy doesn't have mascara on.
right. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Totally.
Yes, and I'm like, that's the insecurity I'm passing on to my daughter. I already know when I say things like that out loud to her. Oh, hold on, honey. Mom's got to record this video real quick, but before I do that, I don't want to scare the people. So I got to put on mascara. I said that. I said to my 5-year-old impressionable daughter who looks to me as her standard of beauty.
Right, self-worth, figuring out
all
her own.
the things.
What's beautiful.
Mommy's got to go put on mascara so I don't scare people
So do I
by
scare
being
people?
who I actually am. I don't wear mascara. Am I scary? No, honey, you're gorgeous. You're flawless. Look at how beautiful you are.
But you don't have the same standard?
Ugh.
It's so hard.
So,
It's so-
speaking of so hard, look at the mirror. It's
so
awful.
real.
Okay, so what I'm doing.
You look beautiful.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna start with the mascara. Let's just name
sure.
it. My eyes are bald. It's like I'm
bald.
I'm a panda Without the black marks around the eyes. That's what I look like, a panda without the black marks around the eyes. It's terrible. And so just if we're being real, I did get Botox just to see, because I was getting my grandma's wrinkles. Like I have the skin where it just goes, so I did get the Botox. So I'm like, okay, this is okay.
Yeah.
But it's just like, when do you call these age spots instead of like, look at my beautiful freckles. They come out with the sun.
They're sunspots.
They're not. They're age spots. And I got this fun thing. So I nursed Josie for 10 months. And as soon, like I dried up in a weekend. Like literally it was one weekend. I was like,
it's time.
And we're done.
Yeah.
And it just, and then the very next day, so that was over a weekend. And on Monday I woke up and I have this pigment. I call it a mustache. It's not hairy. I have a pigment mustache. It's called melasma. It's very common with pregnancy and hormonal changes. And it's a permanent fixture on my face now. I have a mustache. Heck?
But you can't even see it.
Right. It's all I see. And if I'm without, like if I'm I remember so many times, especially when it first appeared on my upper lip. Thank you very much.
Baby.
Boo. I'm like, I gave my daughter life from my very body.
And this is what you give me?
And then you give me a mustache? Are you kidding me?
Little.
Yeah. I look at that and I remember going, oh, you can see my mustache. Oh, my mustache. Look, and then nobody knows what I'm talking about. But then I'm drawing all this attention to it because of my insecurity.
Oh, that's the worst.
The worst.
I do that. You want to know mine?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I was like, you look great. Stop. It's not that bad. This seems zoomed in.
I know.
This is... Can we
get some space up here?
But I don't want to start fixing things already. Okay. My thing that I draw attention to is I have these blue veins right here, okay? Right under my eyes. And I was made fun of for this in middle school and high school and beyond.
No.
Yes. They're like,
shame.
Like marker, you got like crayon marker. And they're like trying to wipe off my face. And I'm like, you want to keep trying? It's not coming off. This is my vein.
If that would work, I would have done it already.
Nice women are trying to be like, oh, honey, you have blue mascara or blue eyeliner. And I'm like, and now your saliva's on my face for no reason. Thank you very much.
Vein.
So, yeah, the veins. And what's sad is, speaking of legacies and what we pass down to our daughters, my sweet little baby has these little, like, purple veins under her eyes. And I'm like, oh, baby, you have my little flaw. At least it's proof you're mine because you look like your dad.
Boo.
So
we love you, Jacob.
Yes.
But
so
you
that's
put
the first
a flaw.
thing.
You gave your daughter a flaw, but you wouldn't look at her. If it wasn't on you, you wouldn't look at her and say, that's a flaw,
Look
Julianne.
at your vein that
at
you can't
1 year
help.
old.
That concealer will conceal for you.
And if it doesn't, who cares? I don't look at that and see
You don't?
No, I look at your beautiful eyes and your big smile.
Face.
Yes, you just radiate all this beauty all the time.
Get out of here.
You do.
With my bald panda albino eyes too. Okay, gotta name one more.
Go ahead.
I feel like you get new skin every 7 years. I heard that's a thing.
Science.
Yeah, no big deal. We're really smart. So, in this 7-year stretch, if I get a pimple, a zit, anywhere, it turns into a blemish permanently.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, thank you. If you have any ideas on how to fix that, so I got a bad zit right here. And I was like, okay, I'll put on lipstick for a few days and like did some cream. Oh, it was a bumpy car ride on the way over. Not hiding this monstrosity.
Yeah.
I have a permanent little mark right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like a scarred blemish now forever. And I went to a dermatologist for a pimple because I thought it was cancer. And they maybe thought it was too. And I fooled them all because it was a zit.
That's a very expensive zit.
Yeah. And it's like still kind of there. And I put like foundation on it every day. I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop. And I have to find all these past pimple spots to cover blemishes. But I'm like, no, we washed our face with water and soap. There's nothing on.
There's nothing on it. There's no filters either. We're not putting anything in post-production. To sit here and put our money where our mouth is. And I think now that we turn that over, we throw that in the garbage because it's seen more than it ever should have to see.
Shield your eyes.
I do kind of feel, hold on, I almost vomited, but I actually believe this is true. I actually do kind of feel beautiful sitting here.
Oh, yay!
And I'll tell you why. I'm going to cry. It's in my bravery. Like, I feel very brave, which is, it sounds silly. If you're not a makeup person or whatever, like, this is my insecurity. whatever it is for you to step out in bravery, that's going to make you feel beautiful.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's, guess what? How do you have a bikini body? Well, you put a bikini on your body and then you have like, if that's what you want to do that. Like,
yeah.
But it's whatever is going to make you feel brave and courageous and like, and I'm sitting here with my best friend. Like,
we accept each other. We love each other. Yes, we feel.
Does it matter? I kind of love you more because I kind of like, she's so freaking pretty. Just give somebody else a chance. So you can always wear this, and I'll wear my makeup.
You don't get eyeliner,
nope.
but I get
all the mascara. All the mascara. So I do. I kind of feel beautiful, and I think that's important to acknowledge and say because I believe that I'm sitting on this couch for a reason.
Oh, I love that.
There's a purpose in me sitting here. There's a purpose in the funny clipboard and the mirrors and why we chose to take our makeup off. And there's a purpose in the words I'm speaking to you right now because I want to invite you into your own beauty.
Yeah, so for me, where I relate to the bravery thing is I had to have a hard conversation on Monday, and I felt really strong after, like a few hours after the conversation, because I had to be brave and be courageous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and there's beauty and strength. Like, I think for me, it's making it on the other side. We were both nervous, we were brave, and then we got to the other side and nothing blew up. And no one likes each other any less. Actually, we like each other a little more.
Yes.
Like to see the proof on the other side of like, oh, I'm a worst case scenario person. Like my worst case scenario didn't happen. Okay. And then it like gives you ammo to be more brave the next time and in the next case. And then you're getting more and more beautiful and strong and courageous.
Right. And that comes from the inside.
Yes.
Now I'm going to say for all the people and for myself, because next episode, I will be wearing my mascara.
Ding!
You better believe the entire face is coming back on. And that just helps me feel more confident and show up as who I am.
Yep.
That's an augmentation to my actual beauty, which I believe radiates from within.
Yes.
Like there is something, come on, tell me.
Okay,
yes, I was
can
going to
I
say,
segue?
there's something captivating about us. We're designed to be captivating.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, Lisa. I happen to have this blue book here that's called Captivating. Okay, so this is John and Stassi, I believe it is, because it's Anastasia. Eldridge. If it's Stacy, I'm sorry.
What's up, Stacy?
Stacy Stassi. All right. You wrote a book with your husband, and it's amazing. And it feels a little like I read this in college, so I don't know if this is seen as like juvenile or more like, oh, younger girls should read this. I'm calling that. Let's throw that right out the window. Okay, this is about, if you're a female, I suggest you read this book. It's been loved well. There are lots of marked pages. I got it wet the other day, and it's starting to ripple a little bit.
It's all good.
But I just want to read to you one. When we were talking about beauty coming from within, I'm going to have to use a lot of self-restraint and not read you these whole 2 pages because I'm like, yes, and then that line and that line. But it's talking about when we're at rest, the beauty that comes out. And then the next chapter is beauty is inviting. And this whole chapter, if you have the book and you're like, okay, girl, let me go there. The chapter's called Beauty to Unveil. And it's chapter 8. And I'm reading on page 134. Are you ready? Okay. To have a gentle and quiet spirit is to have a heart of faith, a heart that trusts in God, a spirit that has been quieted by his love and filled with his peace, not a heart that is striving and restless. A woman in her glory, a woman of beauty, is a woman who is not striving, to become beautiful or worthy or enough. She knows in her quiet center where God dwells that he finds her beautiful, has deemed her worthy, and in him she is enough.
I feel like literally I could fly off the couch.
Yes. Okay, I've got to read just a little more. In fact, the only thing getting in the way of her being fully captivating and enjoyed is our striving, like we as women. It's our getting in the way of us doing that is our own striving. So it's talking about he will quiet you with his love. Last line. A woman of true beauty is a woman who in the depths of her soul is at rest, trusting God because she has come to know him to be worthy of her trust.
Book drop. Come on now. That's so good.
Inside, peace, rest, beauty.
And you're like, wait, I'm a mom. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 children. I don't have time for rest.
No.
I don't have time for, no, you don't. Let me tell you, no one's going to give you the time. You need to make that time, create the space for yourself, and it will start small.
Yes.
And let me tell you how small you might need to start. And we're going to call this self-care. So this is going to be the very tip of the iceberg that will hopefully launch you into this lifelong journey of cultivating your inner beauty.
Yes.
So we're going to start with self-care and go all the way deep down. Here's what self-care was for me a couple weeks ago. Self-care for me was my kids were driving me crazy and I had to get gas. And so instead of like popping back in the car to sit with the crazy children, I stood outside the gas, like I stood outside the car and I got high off the gas. No, I got high off the gas fumes. But it was like, okay, this is 90 seconds that turned into self-care for me because my perspective was, this is the break I need right now. I get 90 seconds and I am choosing to make this 90 seconds count. Instead of going, I'm going to get back in that car. I'm going to lay down that law. No, I'm going to take a deep breath right now. And that's going to have to be enough to get me through this moment.
Yeah.
That is self-care.
Yes.
And that is, if you have to create space for yourself 10 seconds at a time, create space for yourself 10 seconds at a time.
Yes.
Because we need to reset our thoughts. We need to take the deep breaths and so yes, a mountainside trip to to Colorado with your girlfriends, that's not going to happen every day, week, year, 10 years. I don't know. But I want to feel that way. And I have been chasing that moment in my everyday life since that time. Since that mountain selfie, I have been chasing down that feeling. And I have found it through my inner beauty and the peace and rest of my soul because I started with 90 seconds pumping gas.
Or stealing away in the pantry or taking a quick shower uninterrupted. Right. Yes, all those things add up.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. So it's not unmanageable. We're not asking you for the world, but we're asking you to show up in the world beautiful and captivating, not because of your mascara or lack thereof, but because of who you are and who God's created you to be.
And how when you trust in Him, He quiets your soul and you're at rest. And then you have peace. And that is beautiful.
Yeah. And how about this? This has been a weird thing for me. The quietness of my soul has nothing to do with the chaos surrounding me. The quietness of my soul can and does exist when my kids are going crazy. Mom, 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 mom. If I hear the word mom, oh my gosh, one more time, I think I might die. I literally think sometimes I'm like, this is it. This is the end for me. This is how I die. Somehow, audibly, the word mom is going to kill me. And the husband comes home and, hey, did you know where's my shoes? Because I need to mow the lawn. And hey, what's for dinner?
And I made dinner, but Kat wants a waffle. You're going to eat this crock-pot now.
Right.
Yeah.
My soul can be quiet the entire time, and your soul can be quiet too. That is a discipline worth pursuing.
I haven't experienced that yet.
Okay, that's good.
That's something
good
to try for.
It's just paying attention. You might have experienced it and not even been able to pay attention to it. No, my spirit can be quiet while the chaos resumes around me because we can't do anything about your chaos and neither can you. Right? We're in it. We're in the trenches. We're moms. Welcome. Right? But
welcome. It's here. It's chaos.
In here, you can cultivate that and ask God to help you, for crying out loud. He wants that for you. He created that opportunity for you. Just step into it. Just ask Him to put that in you. And I bet you will.
That's good.
Yeah.
We talked about maybe, it seems like a lot, especially the quiet versus chaos. I'm like, oh boy. It's not too much, but it's a lot.
It's overwhelming.
What if we chose 3 self-care things,
good
activities to do, and 3, you know what? We're going to sweeten the deal. We're going to make it even easier.
Okay.
What if we picked just one, and you picked out of 3, 5, whatever you come up with, just one that you're going to try today, not tomorrow, today.
Today.
Sure, just one. that's like, okay, I may not be able to do the quiet and the chaos, but maybe you could try one little self-care thing today that's going to help usher in that peace.
Oh, yeah. Come on with the ushering in of the peace. Okay, my 3 are running, creates the space. Oh, so good. Laying in bed with my daughter. There's something so beautiful about that. So I'm gonna do that. But I think my other one that I will focus on is like when I get up before everyone else gets up in my house and I get to drink coffee from a real mug, done.
Alone.
I set my mind for the day.
Yes, I have that with a devotional, just like a little email daily devotional. And if I roll over my bed, I'm like, don't check Instagram, check your inbox.
Oh.
Don't check your work one, I have a special account where this daily devotional comes in. And to see the scripture and the little graphic and like the title together, and then there are hard questions at the end. Like for me, that devotional first thing in the morning, even though I'm not a morning person, I'm like having that. It could be in bed. It could be with a real mug at your kitchen table. Whatever that looks like. Same thing. There's something about setting the course for your day. Because I'm in a different headspace when I do that as opposed to when I don't. Yeah, that's one for me. We both sing. So as a singer, music, worship, that's a way that I connect intimately with God. That's singing. Like we've talked about being in tough seasons where we're not singing and something's wrong, like singing around the house or in your car. Or like when there's a lack of music, something's off, something's wrong. That's second for me. And then journaling and having this quiet space. Like when I need to go in prayer, I have to write it out. So I think the one I'm going to focus on is the devotional, just because I do see a difference in my day when I don't do that in the morning. And again, we're connecting with the beauty because like when I'm doing that, like I'm seeing God's heart and I'm listening and I'm hearing the truth. Again, we talk about what's true about him, what's true about you. So in the true about him, I'm learning what's true about me. And then that's, again, setting the course for the day. And I'm living more in the light rather than floundering in the darkness.
For sure. And just taking that time and that space and going, I'm important enough to do whatever. And it might be for you sneaking a cookie in the pantry. Go get your cookie on.
No shame.
Come on now. But don't waste the cookie moment. Thinking about all the things you have to do, or think about just turn any thought inward. God will not let you down in that space. I promise you that he will show up in your pantry in the time it takes for you to eat your cookie.
And that's going to usher in peace, which is going to make you at rest, which is going to make you beautiful from the inside out. Full circle?
I think we came full circle.
Makeupless and all. Be gentle.
Did it. And to usher you into your one thing that you're going to do today, I'm going to tell you this. Not only are you beautiful from the inside out, you're a really good mom.
Thanks for listening to the I Am Mother of the Year podcast with Lisa and Jen. If you love what you hear and want insider access to more conversations just like these, exclusive Mother of the Year merch, and access to the I Am Mother of the Year podcast one day early, join the growing community of patrons who support our movement at patreon.com/I Am Mother of the Year. Talk to you next week.